Hello. Hi. If y'all are starting in the chat, say hello. Hello. I see there's 4 people here. I'm trying to figure out on this tablet how I can see y'all's chats before I get my hands in this dirt. And I'm also trying to see. Say hello so I can see how to figure out this the chat box. I want to see if y'all can I want to be able to see y'all's chat. Hi, Smurf. Smurf Murph. Hi. Hello. If y'all are starting in the chat, say hello. I'm not seeing an option on here, so I'm gonna have to just try and use what you have here. I hope y'all had a good evening and a good day today. My hands in this dirt, and I'm also trying to see. So Smurf Murph, where are you from? Hello, so I can see how to figure out this the chat box. I want to see if y'all can I want to be able to. Hi, Reina Moe. How are you? Hope you had a great day. Where are you from? Hi, Smurf. Smurf Murph. Hi. Hello. If y'all are starting in the chat, say hello. I'm not seeing an option on here, so I'm gonna have to just try and use what you turn this volume down here. I hope y'all had a good evening and a good day today. So anyway, oh, California, great. So you have a lot of warm weather like we do here in Texas, down there in California. Y'all have some beautiful weather actually in California. So have you started your spring garden yet? Okay. Well, I hope that this video helps you, this live chat that we're doing. Anybody else? It says that there's 6 people in the chat room. If y'all want to chime in and say hello, I speak back. As long as I can read the comment, I speak back. So being that, my health isn't the best, but it's good enough, because if I can get up and go to work every day and help out with my parents and kids and everybody, then I can grow a little food, right? Especially with the way this economy is going. So I did a video on a haul. I haven't published it yet. I plan on editing it this week and getting it out. But I did a video on a haul that I got from Dollar Tree, right? So this is what I picked up. I got their little bag of dirt because well, it's not dirt, it's potting soil, right? And it's actually OMRI listed. And OMRI is the company that certifies whether someone is growing organically or producing something that's truly organic, right? Now, it's not much. It's 4 dry quarts, but I also found this at the Dollar Tree. This here cocoa core, and it's 100% cocoa core. And I don't know if you know anything about that, but it's a soilless mix that once you hydrate it with water, then it expands, right? And you can grow in this medium, but it's not soil, it's a soilless medium. So what I did was I took that, hydrated it, added the soil that I got, the potting soil from Dollar Tree, and that's what this is right here. I added some earthworm castings, right? Because that's going to be a source of nutrition for the plants, and a little bit of perlite to make it a little more loose. And so today what I'm doing is I did a video a while back and I never posted it, and I was taking tomato suckers off of my tomato plant. So that's what we're doing today. We're up potting it because this is free food. This is free plants that we don't have to worry about, as long as we either got it from a friend, or if it's a plant that we already have out there, that we take those suckers off. Instead of trashing them, you can go ahead and you can plant those, and then that'll be an ongoing source of food for your family. And then with our weather being crazy like it is, once we start getting into the summertime where the tomato plants stop producing, you can pop off a few suckers and bring them in your house, and you can have continual tomatoes coming in. You can keep those alive until it starts to cool down in our winter. And then on those few nights that we get freezing temperatures, bring them in the house again, and then bring them back out whenever it's safe for them. And we could keep a tomato plant alive for a few years, believe it or not. I was just recently pleasantly surprised because I cloned some tomato plants that are actually outside, and I kept them in the garage during our cold snap that we had. We got down into like the 20s here in Texas. And I'm close to Galveston, where we're kind of almost subtropical here. So anyway, I just wanted to show that I'm going to be doing the double cup method and up potting these suckers that I rooted. So I got my solo cup. We all know what a solo cup is, and these are the ones that are the square bottom. I just cut a few slits around the edges and put a couple of holes in the center. And this is going to nest right down into this cup so that the water can drain. So I'm not losing any nutrients, because whatever drains into this cup, until the roots grow down this far, all you have to do is, after you water it one day, in 3-4 days, when the top part of the soil is dry, you just pour that back in there. So you're not losing any nutrition, right? So that's what we're gonna do. And if you have any gardening questions for me, please share them. And then if I can answer them, I'll answer them for you. So Reina, was there any reason why you hadn't started your garden yet? Or are you just pondering if that's something that you wanna do? Y'all see how long those roots are? A tomato plant is truly, truly wonderful the way that it's created. Oh, wow. Are you a nurse? Are you a nurse, Reina? I know about those long hours, girl. You know, to say that you work in hospice, that is one of the most selfless jobs, careers that a person can have, because you really have to have a very special heart to do hospice work. And I know that gardening can take up some time. It also can give you back special quality time and peaceful time. So if you can, which I know right now you think you can't, but if you can, do it, because when I'm working out in my garden, and I'm never doing much, but when I'm working out in my garden, I'm just so at peace for the hectic day. I too am a nurse, and I work in the IMU, and we have supportive medicine that we collaborate with on a daily basis. Yeah, you do 12-hour shifts. Well, mine aren't 12 hours, but they're not 8 hours either. On my paycheck, it's 8 hours. But it's never 8 hours. I'm always there later, you know, because anything and everything pops off in the IMU. I'm sure you're aware of that. But we work hand in hand with different hospice companies on the daily. So I thank you very much for your services. So if you're only doing like 3 days a week or 4 days a week, it only takes you about 30 minutes to get a garden started, believe it or not, because you don't have to go out there and dig up the dirt. You don't even have to put a bed in. You can do it in these cups and then just regular pots. And tomatoes and cucumbers and all vegetables, they can grow in a pot, and you don't have to have a bunch of them. You only need like 2 or 3. One for your tomatoes and one for whatever other plant it is that you're growing. Now, once you get started, you kind of get addicted. Look how long these roots are. Look at that. Very long. These were very overdue. But I tell you, once we get started, we really get going. And it doesn't have to be an expensive garden either, Reina. When I first got started, I went gung-ho and bought all these different things, started up different things, but you don't have to. Like I said, when I found this stuff at the Dollar Tree, I was really shocked because it's really good quality, and it's not something that I would have expected to find there. And it's just real simple. And there, I've got a tomato plant. I can give this tomato plant away. I can put it out in a container, which some of these I'm giving to my parents and other family members. And there's one lady at work that wants to start a garden, so I'm going to bless her with some beautiful tomatoes and cucumbers. Yes. So there you go. And your husband likes to help you too. Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's a really good hobby to have. A really good hobby to have. So how large was your container garden last year? Hello, everyone. As you come in, speak so I can see who you are and we can conversate. Let me know where you're from. We're just potting up some tomato suckers. And we're doing it with Dollar Tree cocoa coir and Dollar Tree potting soil. That's OMRI listed. Surprisingly, OMRI listed. So Reina, how long have you been a nurse and how long have you been being a hospice nurse? And oh, cool. Which tomatoes and cucumbers did you grow? Do you have a special variety that you like? Or that's your favorite that you find that's easy to grow? I kind of went a little crazy with my seeds starting. Now we're just doing suckers tonight. My next live, which will probably be tomorrow, is going to be me up potting and separating seedlings. I did 12 different ones, 12 different varieties, but I didn't go as crazy as that sounds. I only did in the 12 pack sale that I use, I only did 3 cells with 2 in it of each type, because you know some of them are going to make and some of them aren't. But yeah, 12 different tomato varieties, indeterminate and some determinate. Now I didn't do any of the dwarfs because those I know specifically are going to go into containers, but the ones that I did, my father has a large garden, which as you follow the channel, you're going to see me start doing more things over there in that large garden. So you'll get to see those varieties. So I'm curious to see what they actually, if they actually make it in his garden and how they turn out. Because Daddy only likes the celebrity tomato. Oh, okay. Well, hey, have a really good shift, okay? Yeah. Wow. Well, that's so sweet, Reina. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I wish I could see you guys. I really do. But the fact that I get to conversate with you, I really, really do enjoy that. Yeah. Yeah, those were some good times. I really love doing the DIYs, and I'll do some of those still. Just recently, I made a money bouquet for a coworker of mine. And I was thinking that that would be a nice video to do for you guys. But then at the same time, I was thinking, I don't know if people would really want to take the time, because it does take a lot of time to do that. Yeah, see, no, not really. Yeah. So yeah, I wasn't sure if that was going to be a good video to do or not, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll put it on the community tab. So you work a night shift doing hospice. So are you going to a patient's home and not in a hospital? And be careful while you're going out on the road, because I know that it's crazy out there. That part I know. Doesn't matter if you're in Texas or California or Indiana or wherever. People don't drive safe hardly anymore. So I got my small tomato suckers planted up. And next, I'm gonna do these big old things. Does anybody have any questions about what I'm doing, what suckers are, um, what I'm using? Any kind of gardening question? If you have an arts and craft question, I'll answer that too. Will we? Thank you, Raina. I will definitely keep you posted. I like to post in the community tab, and be careful going to work. Have a great shift. Thank you for coming, Raina. And thanks for participating. Just for hospice. Okay, patients. Okay. Bye-bye. Smurf Murph, are you still there? Just look at how large that is. I'm just potting up suckers. I'm using items that I found at the Dollar Tree to do that with. Surprisingly, items that I found at the Dollar Tree. Really good potting soil that's OMRI listed in Coconut Coir, 100% Coconut Coir, believe it or not, from the Dollar Tree. And so all these tomatoes are going to be my suckers that were up potted from Dollar Tree products. Believe it or not. Anybody else in the chat want to talk? Anybody else in the chat have questions? Anyone else in the chat surprised that I found something that was OMRI listed at Dollar Tree? Because I was. Anybody else in the chat know what OMRI listed means, or you have no idea and would like me to explain? Anybody have questions about DIYs that might be coming? Or if you just want to say hi, say hi. I'm almost done. How was your day today? Come on in and tell me all about it. Tomorrow I'll be doing another video. It'll be another live, and it'll be of me up potting some of the seedlings that I grew. Different tomato seedlings, pepper seedlings, some cabbage, because we still here in Texas can do what they call cold crops, which is your cabbages, your broccolis, your bok choys, different things like that. We can still do those here. Okay. That one's kind of straggly looking, and this one's kind of straggly looking. Okay, so I just need one more orange cup I've got to find. And I might have just enough dirt that I've mixed up for just these. And that is 6, 10, 11. 11 whole plants that I got for free off of my last year's tomato crop. Which, for you guys, off of these tomatoes, because they're different types of tomatoes, but off of these tomato crops, I'm going to get quite a bit of free food because I didn't have to buy a package of seeds to start these. These were from seeds that was purchased last year that the tomato plants made, and they gave me lots of suckers, which I snapped off, put in water, and let them grow in water. And now that they've made their roots, I'm up potting them, and I'm going to get all kinds of food off of it. I'm just really, really happy about it. I'm going to share it with family and friends, co-workers and such. Real happy and excited about it. Anybody else got their seedlings started? Just getting some more soil. And this I can actually call soil, even though it is 50% coconut coir. Just in case you didn't know, coconut coir is made from coconut plants. The actual husk of the coconut, they found that it retains water. And so you can use it to plant in. There's no nutrition in it. So you do have to provide nutrition for your plants. But they are big enough and now have a strong root system so that I can give them some fish emulsion, or I can use a liquid fertilizer that obviously is organic because my garden is organic. I don't use chemical fertilizers. Now, I grew up using chemical fertilizers because my dad loved him some of the blue stuff. And I do have to watch to make sure that that doesn't make its way into the garden. But those are synthetic fertilizers, right? So it's different nutritions and stuff, nutrition that the plants need that they've synthesized to make it easier for the plants to take it in, right? So there's your positives and your negatives. I just feel like if it's liquid for my plants and it didn't come from something that God created and I can't drink it, then why am I putting it on my plant that's drinking it in and giving me fruit and food with those chemicals in it? Even if they are synthesized nutrients. Yeah, that's just kind of how I feel. Share your thoughts with me. Anybody feel the same way? Anybody feel differently? If you feel differently and you can back it up, then I'll listen to you. I'll hear your points. Don't know that it's going to convert me, but I will hear your points, because in this community over here, we let each other talk. We listen. We can agree to disagree and continue being friends and family. So that is the last one that I had to plant. Oh, wait a minute. We had a spill. Okay, well, that's not gonna work. Let's see what I gotta do differently. I just love the smell of tomatoes. Don't you? They have the most wonderful smell. And to say that it's not a flower, if I came across a perfume that had the scent of tomato, I would wear it because it's such a beautiful and distinct smell. Really, it is. Y'all think that's strange? Because you know, when we buy fragrances and stuff, that's another thing I like. We got all kind of plants and smells from different items, food items, non-food items. Look at that. I'm just so tickled. I just think it's so amazing. That all of this God created. He blessed my hands so that I could have the desire to garden, right? And gave me a little bit of know-how because my daddy gardened. And I don't know, I think I told you guys this in one video already. My hand at gardening is all experimental now because Dad had us in the garden to weed the garden. You know, he didn't say, hey, this is how you plant this item and this is how you sow the seeds for this item. He didn't do any of that. We just learned, watched and learned, right? And then as an adult, getting the desire to garden, I pull back on my memories of what Daddy did in the garden. And now, of course, when I'm outside with him in the big garden, you know, I'll ask questions and he'll tell me his answers. And sometimes he'll say, I don't know, Reina Moe. In case you guys didn't know, my full name is Reina Monique. And then whatever my last name currently is, right? It was my daddy that gave me that Reina Moe. He's called me Reina Moe since I was 3 years old. Yeah, I think that's my earliest memory. 3 years old. He's always called me Reina Moe. Or he would call me Pooh. You know, but I outgrew that. So even now, he calls me Reina Moe. Most of my family calls me Nikki, but he's the only one that's consistent at calling me Reina Moe. And so that's how this channel came about with that title. Just a little bit of info on Daddy. And I'm very much a daddy's girl. I'm a mama's girl too, but I'm very much a daddy's girl. So we've been on here over 40 minutes and nobody's speaking to me. Reina's left. I really wish for the people that are here. It says that I have 6 people in here. Oh, hey, Miss T Blessed, how are you? It is so good to see you here on this live. Are you putting in a garden or do you already have one? I've been okay. You know, I had some health issues. I still have health issues, right? I had some health issues that I had to have surgery on. And, you know, just how life goes. Family having lots of health issues here recently. Um, but I am doing okay, and I hope that you are doing better than okay. And I've missed you guys too. I know I'll put up a video here and there, but I'm gonna try and be more consistent now because things are getting a little bit better with my health. Girl, I started taking Geritol. Taking Geritol and trying to eat better, which is part of the reason why I'm doing this video showing potting up my tomato suckers. Because I was so shocked to find this cocoa coir and good potting soil at the Dollar Tree. Do you have a garden? Oh, okay. Well, you know, my daughter, she's in an apartment and she actually started some tomatoes and she started some basil, but she couldn't complete them because where her apartment is located, she's on the second floor and she has a balcony, but the sun, she doesn't get enough sunlight. It hardly ever gets any sun on that balcony. So I can understand that. I can understand that. But you know, nowadays they make all these different grow lights and stuff. If a person wanted to do a little something inside the apartment, you could. But you know, it's all into what a person's into. Tell me, how have you been? Yeah. Well, we all have to do that. You know, his prophecies are being fulfilled every day. We can see the end times are here. I was talking to somebody maybe a couple of hours ago, and she was mentioning how, you know, today is Fat Tuesday, right? And she was mentioning how a couple of her co-workers went to Mardi Gras. I'm guessing in Louisiana. I don't know if it was Galveston because they do it down here in Galveston. But I'm guessing it's Louisiana. And so they came back from the weekend and one of them had a busted lip. I shouldn't be laughing. One of them had a busted lip. And it's because in the hustle and bustle of wherever they were watching the parade, somebody had taken too much libation and bumped into them, right? Well, the person who had taken too much libation and bumped into the person's coworker got angry with the person's coworker because they were standing there and hit him. And, you know, it says in the good book that we're going to have people that have no natural affection towards themselves, their family, or anybody else. And we're just living in those times. So absolutely, by walking by faith, you know, and staying prayed up, that's kind of the only protection that we have. But we know that when he comes back, everything is going to be made perfect again, and we're going to feel perfect. We're not going to have all these aches and pains and issues that we have. So I'll probably be doing some DIY soon. I was just mentioning to the lady above you, Miss Reina Moe, that I did a money bouquet for a coworker. and I thought it would be a nice video to share. It's just tedious, so I'm wondering, it might end up being something that I do as a live and just leave it unlisted. Um, but that's a nice little gift to do for somebody, but it's not something that you would do all the time. So, have you been crafting? Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to do my best because I know when you don't feel good, whether it's physical illness or mental illness, or just I don't know what kind of illness, I just don't feel good. Um, Being able to talk to somebody, being able to watch things that you enjoy, it tends to help, right? So I'm really going to be trying to be consistent, even if it is coming on here and getting on live, because when you do a live, you don't have to worry about the editing and everything. Does this time work for you, 8 o'clock? Because if you haven't been feeling well, is this too late for you? And just to let you know, I'm just getting over COVID. The week of January the 20th, I got COVID. This time is good. Okay. All right. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll keep my lives about this time. And then I try to upload my videos by 7. But as long as I know that this time is good, I'll try and keep my lives for 8 o'clock. That way, you can be on here and I can see you and maybe we can chat some more. So I'm going to be ending this live because, yeah, I would like that. Okay. So I'm going to be ending this live because I'm done up potting these suckers. I'll put them outside. And tomorrow I was going to go live. So I'll go live about this time tomorrow. And I will be up potting these other things that I've seen. You also have a blessed night, and I'm going to keep you in my prayers, Miss T. Okay? And everybody that is in the chat that I didn't get to speak to or call out your name, um, thank you for coming. And I hope you have an absolutely wonderful evening. And hopefully I'll see all of you tomorrow, if God says the same. Bye-bye. Bye, Miss T. Blessed.